Hey everybody, this is X420 Rolo, and we're going to show you how to use the tank DPS build that I posted. So first off, we're going to tell you some new things that are added. Harness Magicka now does both physical and spell damage. It just says damage in general, not spell damage. And then when spell damage is reflected, you restore 1100 max Magicka. So that's pretty good. I would take that over Blazing Shield. The only thing to note is it runs off of light armor. So this heavy armor, Wrath, gain 20 weapon and spell damage for 6 seconds when you take damage, stacking up 10 times. That's awesome. That makes a tank a lot more DPS-y than it was before. Much better. Really glad they added that. Makes the heavy armor really useful. Misform, I hear a lot of people talking about it. It's really good. My only complaint about it is you can't use any abilities or heals while you're in Misform. And I'm not much of a person to just run. I like to fight it out. Darkstalker no longer gives you a speed bonus. So you vampires that are stealthing around in the sewers and stuff like that, well, that's why you're slow. Darkstalker doesn't give you a speed bonus anymore. It only reduces the cost of movement speed. Flawless Dawnbreaker is now a really strong attack. I'm going to put a skill point in it just so you guys can see it. But one thing to note is I have a low stamina, and that's kind of what it's based off, weapon and stamina. So that's why mine only does 9,000 and 10,000. Still, 20,000 is pretty good damage, but people do around 30,000 damage total on average. So that's a really strong hit. I mean, you can choose between you want the extra passive or do you want the extra damage for the crit. What's new? Bone Shield. Bone Shield is just as good as Sun Shield now, if not better. It does 16% of your max health, but it gives 32% to your friends, and that's in Citadel, so that's amazing. 16% of 10k is 1,600. So if you multiply that with my health is around 30k, I'll get around 4,800 shield. My Harness Magicka does 6,900. So right off the bat, Harness Magicka is better. One thing to note is Thaumaturge isn't working right this second. So I have 0 points into it. I have all the points into the other tree right now. What I don't mean by work is it's not registering for the puncturing sweeps. So next week the patch will be fixed, and then my points will go back over there. But for the time being, we have them over there. And I know you think it's crazy, but if it's not working for me, there's no point to have it. What else should we show you guys? I'm going to show you guys the bank right here. One thing that I really like is that we no longer have any crafting materials in the bank, and I didn't have to do it. It automatically did it for me. It's really interesting, really cool. Now I have a lot of room, plenty for the stuff. You just press R1 and you're going to get right into the crafting bag. So that's a really good bonus that you add to it, and I'm really excited about it. We've been waiting a really long time. This has been killing my inventory. And yeah, thank you, ZeniMax. I'm going to show you guys something else. My sword and board has 18,000 resistance with 16,000 physical resistance. Now, sword and board, and that's dual wield, I'm sorry. Sword and board does more resistance. It does about 6,000 more spell and about 6,000 more physical, which is ridiculous. That's a lot of resistance. Throw channel focus on top of it, and we're hitting almost 30k spell and 28k physical. That's insane. For a Magicka build, I mean, that's freaking crazy. That's almost pushing the cap. Now we're going to show you how to use this build. So, right off the bat, character sheet, 39,000 magic, 28,000 health, almost 15,000 stamina, 1640 recovery, spell damage 2,400, resistance is right around there. Really good thing about this build is 2,500 critical resistance. One thing you have to know is my armor is purple. If I were to make it legendary, it'd be even better, almost 3,000. So, something to note there for sure. When I were to proc right there, as you can see, spell resistance, physical resistance is high as heck, critical resistance, and this build that I'm going to show you guys first is actually my 1vx build. This is not a dueling build. It has cleansing ritual, it has defensive posture, and this is, I'm talking about the back bar, you'll see it right now. There you go, defensive posture, blazing shield. Ritual Retribution is the new morph. It actually works like cow traps now. It does damage. So that, you can even have it in a duel. It's going to pop him out of stealth and everything. Personally, I'm going to use other skills in a bit that benefit me more in a situation against this. He's a Stam Nightblade with about 5,300 weapon damage, so he's a strong hitter. Perfect example for us to see how much resistance we have. And basically, we're going to compare a hard hitter versus a tanky guy, you know, who doesn't hit as hard. So I was going to go through the loadout real quick. You want to start off with proc stat. Then you want to hit channeled focus. You want to hit your defensive posture right after. Cleanse your ritual. Blazing shield. And then you want to toppling charge right into the fight. So one thing that I'm going to be using in all of my fights is Devouring Swarm when I'm low on health. Radiant Oppression when it's time to burn. And the main reason why you can't kill me as often is because I have a movability potion. You can buy them or make them. You can buy them from the Cyrodiil potion place, or you can make them using Columbine and a few other ingredients. You can use Wormwood and Amira's Rot, either one of those two, and then whatever you want to add bonus-wise, Lady Smock, or, you know, something spell damage-wise or something. As you can tell, this fight, I'm trying out Dark Flare, Harness Magicka, and Entropy. The Dark Flare is something that you guys really have to notice, is it misses so much. Probably 1 out of 4 times I'll hit it, and it's a barely hit. Like, I only hit him because I got lucky. So it's not a surefire DPS, and it doesn't even hit that hard. It hits for 6,000, which is great, but if I miss 4 times out of it, plus he sees me casting it, it's not the best thing. As you can tell, right, 1, 2, that's 2 misses. That time it hits, and then that time it misses. So, I'm wasting resources that way, you know, and right here I use the oh shit, Bat Swarm, about to die. Bat Swarm will heal you sometimes, and then right here he smells blood, so he goes for the kill. It all depends on when you use your moves, and the main thing is resources. I'm going to show you guys a couple deaths here of him killing me. Mainly it's because I run out of resources. I get a little too gun-ho. Sometimes I miss a few combinations. Dark Flare isn't always hitting. I mean, you can see that time it hit, that time it missed. 2 out of 3 times it missed right there, 1 time it hit. What you want to make sure you do is, if you're going to be proccing proc stat and channeled focus and all that, try to dodge roll while you're getting hit and proc it. Because then you don't get hit while you're doing it. The main thing is you don't want to be getting hit while you're buffing and debuffing. You know, that's why I use my stamina. But the problem is, don't overdo it. Because as you can see, my magic and stamina is already low. So he's out-resourcing me right now. I'm probably going to die in this situation. I should die, at least. No. Okay. Awesome. I know he got me a few times, so. Yeah, the Dark Flare, on top of occasionally hitting, the other reason why I never took it off is that it makes my next attack hit harder. So, I mean, that's a little bit of a bonus, you know? Plus, I can hit him from far away and kind of make him come after me instead of just sit back and run and recharge his stuff. Toppling charge needs to be on your front bar, because if it's not on your front bar, you can't stun him at will. See right here, I'm out of resources and he got me. Good fight. Stamina is incredibly important, as you can tell. You can have all the Magicka in the world, but if you can't break free from a crazy hit or something like that, the stamina is useless. So, personally, I would honestly, in a duel situation like this, I'd probably put Blazing Shield instead of Dark Flare, because then you can't avoid it. That, or I would shield stack. You know? And you can put another Blazing Shield, or I said Blazing Shield. I meant Blazing Spear and stun him. But you can put Blazing Shield on it, which is Sun Shield morphed, or you could put the Bone Shields. And if you put the Bone Shield, I'd actually probably go with the Bone Shield, because I'm not using any stamina right now, and I took off defensive posture. So use Harness Magicka plus the Bone Shield, and I think that's the best way to go. Right there, I should have hit Radiant Oppression. You gotta learn when to execute, you know. There's right situations where you need to just go in and take the kill. One thing to notice here is Entropy's on my back bar now, and so is Harness Magicka, and it raised my stats. I had 38,000 max health. Magicka, sorry. with 30,000 max health, which is crazy. It's ridiculous. So basically what you want to do is, if you're in trouble, just switch to your back bar real quick. And it's not a guarantee, but unless they're beast and they can one-shot anybody, they're not going to kill you. You're going to have time to channel focus, and Harness Magicka gets you magic, and so does channel focus. So that's why I don't have a resto staff. You can just cast both those things, and if you take damage or you stand in a little area, you're going to get your magic back. On top of that, I have 1600 Magicka recovery and a little bit of reduced spell cost. So, take that into consideration. One thing about fighting Nightblades is they always come out of stealth, so that's why I throw the Dark Flare to kind of pop them out of stealth, so I don't get completely surprised. Another thing about fighting Nightblades and Dragon Knights, especially Dragon Knights, is if they out-manage your 15-second knockback immunity, you're in trouble. So you got to make sure you either you have to use combinations and really lay it in there, or change your mind and come back and save your resources and do it again. It has to be a kill, a one-shot, not a one-shot kill, but you have to wait till he has no resources and go after him in that situation. If you are fighting somebody who is really strong, by the way, you can use CU Mage Light to pop him out of stealth neck. But if you're fighting someone who's really strong, you really want to make sure you lay it into them. I mean, you don't want to give them any chance to beat you. So what you want to do is proc stat, Blazing Shield, Entropy, and then Toppling Charge. But literally, the second you Toppling Charge, you Bat Swarm. So you're going to put a bunch of damage. Here are the potions that I've been using. I buy them from Cyrodiil. If you notice the knockback, immunity to knockback. And then if I need magic, I can just go to these spell power potions. I've spent so much money on Columbine and Amira's Rot trying to make a movability potion until somebody told me about this. And definitely use Tri-Foods, by the way, guys. Any good player use Tri-Foods. So we're going to show you, for the next few videos, I'm going to go ahead and turn some music on. I'm going to tank this, not by myself, obviously. I got some real hard-hitting homies here. But one thing that I want you to notice is he has this blue single target attack, and I keep using defensive posture, and everyone else keeps dying from this single target attack. It hits hard and it snares you. Every time he throws it at me, it comes back at him. That's what defensive posture does, it reflects it. So here it goes. Notice, like, if I'm running out of magic or resources or something like that, just stand in the channeled focus for a little bit and boom. My health doesn't budge, man. It didn't budge. I've been standing in AoEs, I've been standing in all kinds of things, so this is a good test. I used to get smacked by these guys, especially wearing light armor, so only does about a quarter of my health when I'm knocked down, stunned, no resistance besides, my actual armor. So, I think I'm gonna cut the commentating at that. I'm gonna show you guys a few group fights that we're doing, defending in the sewers and stuff like that. The main thing you want to do in this is make sure you guys are coordinated and you guys go in together, because you don't want to waste your ultimates and waste your resources. Resources are a crazy thing. I gotta keep an eye on the rest of my team, so I heal a little bit more in this one, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Thanks for watching, guys. Tell everybody you know, this is how you play a Templar. If you guys want to duel me, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'm not gonna say I'm the best Templar in the world, so if you think that you're better than me, I'd like to compare builds with you, always up to learning and shit like that. So, thanks for watching again. Make sure you guys hit a like, subscribe, all that shit. If you have any questions, let me know. If you guys have any content you want me to pull out, let me know as well. I have a lot of stuff I can teach you guys. Just kind of point me in the right direction. These videos take a long time to make, so I just want to make sure I'm investing my time into something that'll help you guys. So, take it easy. Listen, if you guys made it this far, appreciate for watching. Please subscribe. You probably already subscribed if you made it this far. Comment down instead of like. Thank you.